Hello everybody, welcome back to Time Guy DBZ. I'm your host, Vinny, and today we are doing yet another Death Battle reaction. Korra vs. Storm, Avatar vs. Marvel, two of the craziest elementals that I think I've ever heard of. The feminine elementals that I think I've ever heard. I don't really know a lot of other elemental power-up females besides Power Rangers, and I'm going to be honest, they change costumes and people so often, it's not even funny. Do you see a smile on his face? Anyway, kind of curious to see how this battle will undergo, because we have one woman here who has elemental abilities over fire, water, earth, air. Someone who can amplify those abilities against somebody who has power over storms and a lot of other elements. Now, I'm assuming by the name Storm, she has the ability to control the weather. What that means in regards to hurricanes, thunderstorms, and all that, considering the fact that in the world of Avatar, at the point where Korra is alive, they have a lot more abilities like metal bending, lava bending. There's a ton of other bending abilities there now that they have access to them. Whether she studied them or not, and how in depth she got with her training post I don't know, after, the Legend of Korra, I can't be certain. So, with that said, we're going to go ahead and get into the heat of the battle. By the way, I just want to shout out to something. We're about to hit 1,000 views on a particular reaction video, which I am absolutely proud of, and I'm absolutely happy and ecstatic for. But anyway, here we go in 3, 2, 1. Begin. No copyright Rooster Teeth. At this point, it's been almost a week. I know I haven't done this reaction past Thanksgiving.
The master of all four elements. Storm, the X-Men's goddess of the storms.
She honestly looks really good.
Of our natural world are nothing if not tempestuous and unpredictable. Which means you gotta be some kind of badass to control them. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win.
A death battle. There we go. At this point, it's like...
Avatar Aang, savior of the world, uniter of 4 nations, destroyer of cabbages.
Indeed, man, I feel so bad for the cabbage. Cart man. It's crazy.
Prepare his next reincarnation to take up his mantle. But who could fill Aang's shoes? Her name was Korra.
Wiz, who is that?
Did you leave the door open again? Deuces, gents.
Unlike her
carefree predecessor,
I don't
the
know who that
hot-headed,
was.
obstinate Korra was an Avatar prodigy from day one.
I'm the Avatar. You gotta deal with it.
Well, Aang struggled to accept his
You gotta deal with it.
Korra never wanted to be anything else.
Not only is she an expert hand-to-hand fighter on her own, as a bender, Korra can manipulate the natural world around her through martial arts.
Like pro bending
and
Naga
as the
awesome,
Avatar,
yeah.
she is the only living being who can bend all 4 elements at once.
Yep.
Water, earth, fire, air. Not you.
I think that's not like Planet Earth. I'd be hearing a lot of people reference it. I never watched that though.
Aang once raised the sea level to put out these huge fires.
I have watched this series though. Like I watched Avatar the Airbender and Legend of Korra.
35 million metric tons of water.
And since Korra is a reincarnation of Aang and every past Avatar, she should be just as powerful.
With earthbending, Korra can heave big-ass boulders around, shape and control metal, and even tear apart the ground beneath her enemy's feet.
So she does control metal, maybe. So this one,
She broke up a chunk of a continent, dragged it across a bay, and basically just created a new island, named after herself. Queen shit.
By measuring the size of the island to get its mass and the size of the
you're right. That is some Queen. That's some Queen stuff right there.
This
I was gonna say boss stuff, but Queen, boss, whatever. You be you. You be you.
15 times more energy than the entire world's nuclear arsenal detonating at the same time.
Dang!
Firebending,
To move a continent? Or to move a part of an island, though?
Jet into the
Like,
sky like
okay,
a rocket,
that's
or
okay.
breathe like a friggin' dragon.
The perfect element to match Korra's
How much wind does it take to blow the top off a roof, though, is the question. Like, that's, because that's a better question.
Zen, free-flowing nature, Korra struggled at first to master airbending.
Oh, yeah.
But like all good prodigies, she figured it out anyways.
With airbending, Korra can shoot powerful gusts of wind, fly around on tornadoes, and create a cute little air scooter.
She used this element to defeat the bloodbender Amon, who was fast enough to dodge lightning.
He is not the only one. Zuko and Iroh have caught and dodged lightning as well, and Iroh even caught one from the sky. The leader of a lightning bolt moves at 60.
Okay, but that's not. These are two people, different kinds of skills, though. Like to say that she has.
Speed of sound.
But Korra's more than just a badass martial arts.
Y'all get what I mean.
She
Their
also
comparisons
acts
don't
as
make
the
a lot of
bridge
sense
between
because
the mortal and
these are two
spirit
different people with
worlds.
different bloodlines and
Spirit
different
world is a
experiences.
separate plane of reality, and Korra is stronger while she's physically there. Her direct connection isn't coincidence. She and every avatar before her are fused with the spirit of light, Rava. Every time the avatar dies and reincarnates, Rava searches out the spirit to bond with their new body, a staple of Hindu and Buddhist cosmology. I've done a lot of research into reincarnation, which I'll demonstrate today with Boomstick and this anvil.
Wait, whoa!
Ooh!
Now, the Avatar is usually reborn into a different nation, but I've set this up so Boomstick will reincarnate into the nearest vessel, this identical clone body.
Hey, Wiz, I feel funny.
Why did you do me?
Where'd my banana go?
Oh, okay.
Like
I'm
ever.
using the Scooby-Doo
Speaking of
movie
messing
for
with
that.
your soul, Korra can remove or restore your bending, bring her past lives for advice, and tap into the kick-ass Avatar state.
The Avatar state massively boosts Korra's raw bending power, turning
That's
her
true.
into effectively a demigod and the de facto most powerful being on the planet, if she wasn't already.
Despite that, Korra's no
And yet she
failure.
acts like a
She
child.
was severed from her connection to the
Ironic,
past
ain't it?
avatars and was almost killed while in the Avatar state, which would have ended her cycle of reincarnation entirely.
That last brush with death left her physically and emotionally crippled for years. Even after physical therapy, her fiery spirit struggled to reignite.
Korra's entire identity was wrapped up in being the Avatar, all the way from day one.
And the biggest trials she had to face were when her place in the world was challenged. Would everyone be better off without an avatar, or bending at all?
But Korra's nothing if not one hell of a fighter. No matter what life threw at her, she always got back up to kick ass.
Korra once blocked an energy blast from a giant spirit
Made
cannon,
1,000
which created
tons
this
of heat
massive
ice
crater in the
shrink
center of
Kavira's
Republic
neck.
City,
Okay.
and almost killed everyone.
Taking
will
a
admit
look at
that.
the width and depth of this crater, and assuming it was all vaporized, Korra must have held back a blast worth almost 6 megatons of TNT. More queen shit.
And during harmonic convergence, Korra tapped into enough spirit energy to turn into a giant kaiju and battle the dark avatar Unalaq for the fate of the world.
Wiz, I told you, we don't talk about season 2. Okay, 1 was cool.
From taking down anarchist revolutionaries to fascist empires, Korra proved herself as an avatar worthy of her forebearers.
With her teammates Mako and Bolin, teachers like Tenzin and Toph, and badass girlfriend Asami by her side, there was nothing she couldn't do.
Queen shit?
Queen shit.
Come on, little girl.
Queen shit. All right, I'll go ahead and give it. Ooh!
Chump.
Okay.
Boomstick. Do you know what happens to a person who's struck by lightning?
The same thing that happens to everything else?
You got it.
Do you know what happens to white-haired mutants whose parents are killed by a plane crash? They become badass weather witches.
After Aurora Monroe's parents were
All right.
that, she was forced to fend for herself on the streets of Cairo under the tutelage of Ahmed El-Jabbar.
The life of
Okay.
a street rat wasn't doing it for Aurora, so she took off across the Sahara in search of a real home.
And
All right,
that's when
then.
she began to master her
Well, she's
mutant
late
powers.
20s.
In the
All
same
right.
way that Homo
Cool beans.
sapiens, humans,
She's
evolved
taller
from
than Korra,
hominids
so that
like
gives her-
Homo erectus. Go ahead.
Former Queen of
Homo
Wakanda,
superior,
worshipped as
or
weather
mutants,
gods.
are an offshoot
All right.
of regular humans.
Cool
They
beans.
possess the X gene on their 23rd chromosome that effectively grants them superpowers.
But it's a lottery. You could end up like old Beak here.
Ooh!
Ugh.
Or you could end up like Aurora and possess complete
I'm sorry,
control
my
over the
dude, but
weather
you look,
itself while being super hot, unlike Beak.
For all she knew, she was a goddess sent straight from heaven. And that's exactly what the local tribes thought when she arrived in her ancestral Kenyan
But I feel real
homeland.
bad for
Aurora's
Big.
mutant
You
gene
know,
allows
for
her to psionically manipulate the atmosphere,
Alright.
capable of
Air
summoning
manipulation,
a
lightning,
hurricane with
water
less
man-
than a
oh, okay.
conscious thought.
When she does feel like using conscious thoughts, something Wiz tells me I struggle with, Aurora can create storms that cover the entire Earth.
Her weather manipulation isn't just powerful, but precise. She can call upon massive tidal waves, conceal herself in fog, and even generate localized blizzards cold enough to freeze lava.
She can summon bolts of lightning,
Okay.
even ones that are continents away, or generate electricity inside your brain. And she once zapped Cyclops with enough lightning to restart an artificial sun called the Ring of Fire, a name that reminds me of the morning after Taco Tuesday.
Encircling the planet Polemarchus, the Ring of Fire provided all the same energy as a regular star.
But her favorite element is probably wind. With it, she can blow people away
I
with
bet,
tornadoes,
yeah.
suck the air out of a person's lungs, and generate enough lift to fly. She once flew
I
fast
do
enough
forget
to
that
reach
with
the
wind
edge of
manipulation,
Earth's
you can take a
atmosphere
lot of
from
wind
ground
out of
level
people,
in
like
just
air
a
out of
few
people's
seconds.
lungs.
By measuring the angle and size of the Earth to get the distance and estimating a time frame of about 5 seconds, Aurora had to have flown at 4,000 times the speed of sound. She can even manipulate solar winds to fly through space. Unlike winds on Earth, which are just the movement of air molecules through the atmosphere,
Right.
solar winds are streams of charged particles, mostly electrons and protons, ejected from the sun.
Almost as crazy as how she can breathe in the vacuum of space. She creates a mini atmosphere around herself by gathering, stray hydrogen atoms. Atoms, those are like really small last time I checked. Are these writers just giving her whatever powers they want now? How is that weather?
Aurora's abilities apply to any atmospheric conditions, whether they be in outer space or alternate dimensions. Essentially, anything even remotely considered weather.
Man, I
What?
wish I had crazy writers giving me random superpowers.
Anything that's
Because
remotely
it's funny.
considered
That'd be
weather
awesome.
is considered. So what if a fire
Anyways, I'm
tornado
gonna go
come
use
out?
my
Is
rocket
that
axe I've
considered
always had to get
weather?
some beer out the fridge.
I'm assuming so. I don't know.
Perhaps
All right, we're
her
back,
most
guys.
useful
We're back.
ability, though, is to sense changes in the weather with a pseudo sixth sense. Aurora literally sees atmospheric patterns and energy as colors, with the world as her canvas.
She's so good with it, she could track a jet
All right.
flying over New York while she was fighting the Shadow King in Wakanda. That's on the other side of the planet. Yeah, no wonder everyone thought she was a goddess. She is.
Aurora enjoyed all the worship and admiration until the day she was contacted by an American, Charles Xavier, with an interesting proposal.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Join the X-Men. Oh, pretty please. They were eaten by this living eyelid. It's a long story, but we're short-staffed.
Xavier founded the X-Men as a team of mutant superheroes that would attempt to mend race relations between Homo sapien and Superior through non-violent means.
Because what better way to teach kids in the 60s about the civil rights movement than with a bunch of good-looking lily-white teenagers with superpowers from upstate New York?
Feeling she had spent enough time blessing the rains
Okay.
down in Africa, Aurora agreed and was assigned the codename Storm.
I do appreciate all the things that the comics books were kind of inspired to do. Like, you know, I will say some of them were designed to inspire great and good things, but some of them were created from not so
Her
great
lightning is
things.
powerful enough to match Polaris, who once used her
Alright,
powers to
reunited
punch
the
through
Ring of
Earth's
Fire,
crust
created
all the way to the
Golden
planet's
Storm
core.
seconds.
Assuming she pulverized the cylinder of Earth all the way down, she had to have exerted over 15 teratons of TNT.
She once beat the mutant Callisto in unarmed combat, and Callisto has apparently mastered every single martial art known to man.
Despite her unbelievable power, Storm has trained extensively in hand-to-hand combat. You get it? It also probably didn't hurt that she's fast enough to dodge literal beams of light. But did you get it, though?
Nope. And after kicking Callisto's ass, she became the queen of these sewer-dwelling mutants called the Morlocks. She really just couldn't escape being worshipped, could she? Even by grody underground monster people.
Well, she later married the Black Panther T'Challa and became Queen of Wakanda too, so she really runs the gamut.
But
Wow.
even demigods have their Achilles
We would have
heel.
been able to
That
say
plane
that in
crash
one-
from her childhood left her crushed under rubble for days.
We would have been
giving
able
her
to
a
say that
bad
in one
case of
alternate
claustrophobia that
MCU,
rears its ugly head
it's
every
okay.
once in a while.
But that's not enough to
RIP.
stop this queen.
RIP back
After the
then,
departure of
RIP.
Scott Summers, Storm became the leader of the X-Men, because of course she did.
And when Geordie LaForge eventually came crawling back, the two fought over who would lead the team.
Despite Scott literally being able to shoot death lasers from his eyes, Storm kicked his ass. And even better, she didn't even have her
Wow.
powers at the time.
As it should be, because there's no one more devoted to her team than Storm is.
They're going real
She may
super
be an
in-depth
Omega
with her,
level
but-
mutant, but her greatest superpower is her bottomless compassion.
Mess with her team, and you'll watch as Aurora's heart of gold quickly turns to ice, as she quite literally steals your breath away.
Testing me, It's time you remembered why they call me Storm.
All right.
the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you're dealing with the emotional weight of leading the X-Men or maintaining the balance of the elements, or, you know,
Okay.
normal stuff because
No.
it's 2021
I'm gonna
and
let them
everything's
do
on
their
fire,
discussion real
check
quick.
out
So-
BetterHelp.
Anyway, guys, so this death battle is honestly It sounds like it might be in Storm's favor. You know, I've watched Korra and, you know, the story of Korra and all that. And to be honest with you, one thing that I didn't like was the fact, you know, with that, earlier when they mentioned that moving Kyoshi Island off the mainland took about as much detonation power as exploding the whole things and, you know, exploding basically all nuclear weapons of the war, didn't make a lot of sense to me because it's like, windstorms today, like regular windstorms that have, like, let's say 100 or 100 miles per hour or even 200 miles per hour winds can literally rip the freaking roofs off of people's houses and stuff. And it's like, to me, that doesn't make a lot of sense. And that's where DeathBattle's calculations are a little bit loopy and stuff. So as much as I'd like to believe this battle is in Korra's favor, I don't think so. But anyway, alright, Korra's just chilling out.
Bored.
Alright, you gotta chill out. Oh, okay. Okay. What's going on here?
Your powers are impressive.
Right?
But you lack discipline.
So you're just coming here to start?
Avatar, master of all elements? You want to see for yourself?
Of course, Avatar. I'll show you what an X-Men can do.
Okay. Alright, using the air bending. Okay, wind. Alright. Good chill out with that. Ooh, nice. Not bad. Using the air spear. Alright. Ooh, yep. I was gonna say. Yeah, she's gonna have to use pure bending on this one. And where's her fire abilities? Like, I mean, oh no, I forgot. I don't know if she conjures fire. It's been a while since I watched Avatar, so. Oh, okay. Wow. That was cute. Oh, okay. Alright, what's she doing? Ooh.
Water, lightning, and airbending? Starting to feel a little less special here.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult, isn't it? Oh! She does got the metal bending. I did forget about that. Ooh, dang! Alright, not bad. Not bad. Wait, where did she go? Oh, she took her to Earth. She took her to.
Where am I?
Oh, spirit realm.
Answer me! Gotta get out. Scum Jean Logan. I won't let you down.
Okay, okay. Here she goes. She's about to take it full. Wow! Hey, how is he in this other dimension? Oh no! Cabbage Man! Wow. I got him.
You're no bender.
Oh, okay. Here she's in the Avatar state. Alright. We're about to get into the final wraps of this, guys. Okay. Ooh, okay. Wind punch. Alright. Ooh, yeah. I bet that hurt. Okay. Ooh. Wow, she got a full, like, island on her. Okay. Oh, no. Nah. I'm afraid this might be over. I don't know. We're gonna see. Did she send her right back into the real world again? Oh! Sent water her way, too. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Oh, did she freeze it? Okay, she's pulling the hang. All right, I got you. All right, what's happening here? Oh, okay. Ooh. Was that her full? Like, what is this one? Ooh. Ooh, fire kick, fire combo. All right, I got you. Ooh, yeah, okay.
I know what you are, Spirit of Storms.
Oh, no. Ooh! Oh, yeah, she got it. I think, yeah. Ooh! Goodbye! Yeah! I knew it. Yeah.
Noble, Avatar.
Alright, she had some respect. Alright, I appreciate that. She was respectful. Wasn't completely disrespectful.
Wasn't totally straightforward. Korra can dominate most fighters pretty easy with her raw bending power and martial arts skills, especially with the Avatar state. Not even some of the best benders on the planet like Zahir and Kuvira could stand up to her at her best.
However, despite Korra's awesome Avatar powers, she found herself outmatched by Storm's skill, precision, and overwhelming force. For instance, Storm's massively hypersonic flight and ability to sense and control weather across the planet meant she could always fight safely from a distance.
Korra's trained in martial arts from birth, but even if she did manage to get in close and fight hand-to-hand, Storm's experience with the X-Men and defeating Callisto meant she could keep up.
While Korra may have fought people who can dodge lightning, Storm can dodge literal beams of light. Even just using her flight speed exiting the atmosphere, she'd still be nearly 20 times faster than Korra.
Korra did have access to elements like fire and earth that Storm didn't. If she somehow found out about Storm's claustrophobia, she could theoretically trap her in some rocks to exploit it.
But Storm would be more than powerful enough to just break out. Her lightning was strong enough to match Polaris, who punched a hole in the earth all the way down to its core.
Yeah, ultimately, Storm was just way more powerful. Remember that planet-sized storm she created? Well, I know clouds are lighter than air, but those are a shit ton of clouds and need a lot of work to move around.
By measuring their volume and the speed at which they moved, the energy Storm needed for this would be over 500 exatons of TNT, about 250 times more powerful than what Korra could output.
And considering this is the same woman who was powerful enough to reignite an artificial star, results like
I will say that is impressive.
Even taking the fight to the spirit world wouldn't have helped, considering Storm has manipulated alien weather from outer space and alternate dimensions. She'd have no problem.
And how is that?
And considering Storm's powers are genetic in nature, not spiritual, Korra would not be able to depower her with energy bending.
Yeah, none of that is counting the ways Storm could have ended the fight right off the bat, like sucking the air right out of Korra's lungs or generating a lightning storm in her brain.
That is true. The abilities of the X-Men are more genetic rather than like spiritual. So,
skill and unbelievable power won her this.
Regardless, that's kind of the sucky thing about it. It's like in superhero comics, like especially regular ones, it either comes from genetic manipulation or like somehow, like there are a couple of heroes here and there that have spiritual manipulation, but it just is what it is. All right, let's see what's next on the Death Battle. Madara Uchiha. All right, what we got? Madara versus Aizen. Let's go with that one. Okay. Wow. So, next Death Battle is going to be Madara versus Aizen. Okay. I did not expect that one. I honestly thought about Madara last week for some reason. I was like in my head just thinking about a battle that he had with somebody, and I was like, oh, okay, you know how strong he is. Like so I'm surprised they're finally doing Madara. I'm glad they are, because yeah, he's like one of the most top tier villains of Naruto. But this guy is capable of taking on like several freaking ninjas, tailed beasts left and right. They're big, almost not kaiju type, like large monsters, but capable of taking them on and it being nothing new. This guy was he was a threat. He's the only man capable of keeping up with Hashirama. So yeah, that's definitely going to be something. Anyway, in regards to the Korra vs. Storm Death Battle, so I'm not necessarily like mad with this one. It's just, it's definitely difficult to predict how Storm, like, that's what I mean with storms, and the fact is, it's so difficult because there is energy that is produced during storms sometimes, but the problem is, though, I don't necessarily know if I can compare the power of a storm to that of an explosion, because as much as the explosion, I mean, yeah, the explosion does cause after effects. There are those big booms. That's why when you hear the sound go off, you kind of need to duck because it starts to blow your houses down and stuff like that. The problem is, though, those are more shock waves than those are more like anything like freaking, wind powered, like I think with wind, that's what I was saying. If wind by itself is capable of knocking over with at 100 miles, then just like, I guess, I don't know, maybe I could be wrong. I guess, I don't know. It's possible, but this is why Death Battle is very tricky with their stuff. Not every, and it's like it is. Not everyone's going to agree with this. Not everyone's going to think, oh, well, Korra should have won and their Storm. There's going to be people left and right. I just want to take my personal honest opinion at it and say that at the end of the day, it's kind of just for entertainment. I thought the battle was really good. There were a couple of countermeasures that, Korra could have implemented, but the fact of the matter is that they give all these death battle characters really no understanding of these opponents and what their real fears are. They just know they interact, kill the opponent basically, however, by whatever means necessary. They have some ability to, you know, like figure out, oh, okay, what's going on with this character or something like that. Then they'll figure that out. Otherwise, there's no guarantee. With that said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and head on out of here. So, once again, thank you all for checking out the reaction of Korra vs. Storm, Avatar vs. Marvel Death Battle. If you guys did like it, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, just share this with your friends, family, and strangers, because remember, sharing is caring, y'all. And comment down below if you guys saw the Death Battle. Did you guys like it? Did you guys think that was kind of, you know, did you guys want Storm to win, or did you guys want Korra to win? How do you guys feel about the overall result? And what do you guys think of next week's Death Battle? Aizen versus Madara Uchiha. That's going to be fire. Guarantee it's going to be fire, because those are two anime characters. Two top-tier anime characters. Top-tier anime villains. Because, yeah, those are definitely bad to the ball. So, once again, thank y'all for checking this out. I love everybody, and I'll see everybody in the next video or content of Time God DBZ. God bless, and peace.